The first fucking thing on the recording is that I'm a giant marshmallow.
A
Shut the
giant
fuck up!
grumpy marshmallow.
Right! Shut up, everybody! What's up, guys? What's up, gals? What's up, non-binary pals? What's up, Lucy? What's up, Mars? What's up, Tats? Thank you again for the sub, Tats. Thank you, everybody, for being back here today. I am bullying everybody, and I'm being bullied in response. I fucking hate and love you all.
You deserve it.
Every moment, I'm certain of it. Welcome back, Gouda Guys. We are back in the tunnels underneath Gorizont.
We love you too.
Today we've got Mars, Tats, Katie, Shen, and B. We're probably going to get a mixed response to this, but how are you all doing today?
It's my day off. It's wonderful.
Darn good.
I've had a curious day.
Curiouser and curiouser.
It's just hot, that's all.
It's just hot. Well, I mean, you're down in like Devon end, aren't you? So it's
yeah.
usually like
it's
you get the
down
seasons.
Tomorrow, but...
Yeah, I think you get the seasons a few weeks early than we do, don't you?
Maybe
Well,
lucky.
I'm in the middle of England, and it is overcast, grey, and dreary here. But I live indoors with my curtains closed, so I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
It's wet here too.
Sun's out, guns out here.
oh,
Yeah.
you're like down the road from me. How the fuck are you
I'm
getting
like
the
down
sun?
the road, so get on my level.
Hang on a minute, let me have a look.
So it's 15
alright
degrees
outside, I guess
Celsius
it's
here, or
It's
59
grey
in
and wet
Brigham units.
here.
Right,
great. 25 in,
Probably like 15 here, I think. 15 Celsius. I think.
Rain.
so
25, 26 indoors.
let's have a quick recap of what's happened so far. You've been travelling to and from all over the realm of Alandressa, and you have made it to essentially the fantasy North Korea of Gorizont. You have managed to defeat the Fairy Godmother, and you have gone underground following a trail of thousands of footsteps, none of which left that area either. You went down the secret tunnel, you got into this further, like, conveyor tunnel that had this big metal machine, this huge behemoth of a drilling machine directly ahead of you. None of you have seen anything of its kind before. This is completely new to you, but the fact that it exists down here is fascinating. The fact that it's already been blown up by other people and tried to kill all of the commoners escaping is also just as fascinating. But you have vanquished almost all of the guys that were here already. We've got these two gnolls, who I think were the last two to try and escape. They were running away from you. I'm going to just remove them from combat. We've got commoners who have tried to escape out the side tunnels. We've got two here. We've got two down here and one here. But some more rioters have arrived. You've got thugs, you've got berserkers, you've got a bandit captain. Everybody and their mums is coming after you. And the last thing that happened at the end of last turn was Aldrin sending out an acid ball right here in the center of this melt. The cave is starting to crumble. The rock formations, the stalactites, everything that is holding this structure up and that portion of the cave is falling down. And you can feel that in not too long, this thing is going to come down on top of you. You have rounds, possibly 2 rounds, possibly a round, depending on how bad this goes, to decide which end of the tunnel you're going to go, or to try and repair the damage. But it will take more than a simple mending cantrip, I can assure you that. Now then, let's get into it. You all need to roll initiative for me, pretty please.
Alrighty.
Well, since you said pretty please.
Pretty please with a cherry on top. How about a
No.
strawberry on top? Strawberries on top of things are very nice.
Strawberries.
I like a nice ripe one, but I don't like it when they go all soft. I feel like I have to throw them out, and they go soft so quickly. Apparently,
That's my
raspberries are the
strawberry flavor.
worst.
I hate it when it goes soft.
I think raspberries are like, I think raspberries are when you have to like they are the first things to go off in your like crisper. You have to eat them like the day that they're picked or something. Yeah, raspberries mold really quickly. There you go. All right,
Ruby,
so
you've probably got a higher dex than I have, so you go first out of us tying.
Oh, did we full on roll badly, both of us? Because I had a
Yes.
7.
I've only got a +1 to dexterity, so I'm guessing you go first.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
have
would.
+3. Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
I'll change yours to an 8 then, just so that it gets you bumped up the list. I would have
Very
thought
much.
that it would automatically do that, but it hasn't. Right.
Hmm.
Well, first at the top of the order with a 20 is going to be Areli. Areli sees the damage that has been done and is still only at 27 out of 40 HP. Does not have a great deal that she can use here to attack with, as her weapons are melee only. She does not have ranged attacks, nor does she have spells. So she is going to try and move up in the tunnel forwards, away from these guys, at least to try and create some distance. Because you never know what they're going to be capable of. So that is 10, 20, 30. And then she's going to dash. And then she's going to cunning action hide. And that is going to be a stealth, which she's got a +7 to. That gets her a 17, which should be all of their passive perceptions. I will check that while Aldrin, you tell me what you're going to do on your turn.
Aldrin's gonna try and follow after her, really.
You're going to follow after?
Let me
Cool.
see. So I have to remember what my walk speed is. 30.
Yeah, 30.
30. Follow after.
Cool. Are you dashing or just going to 30?
Yeah, let's dash and what? So we're gonna stop right behind her.
Okie doke. Let me just make sure of your... I don't think that she would be hiding from you, but you wouldn't necessarily have seen exactly where she went. You know in this general area was the last moment that you saw her. But that would be your action. Do you have a bonus action you want to use, or are you done?
See, Aldrin doesn't quite have much by way of bonus action, which I feel like I planned poorly for them.
Right.
What does Font of Magic do? Oh, that's the spell slot.
Yeah,
thing.
that's... it's like points trading in and out of sorcery points and spell slots, yeah.
Good face step, but I want to hold on to that for now.
That's fair. That's fair. You've already used a lot of spells. Okay, then if that's the end of your turn, it is now the Berserkers' turns. The Berserkers have got a walking speed of 30 and only melee weapons, so they are going to dash to get close to you guys. So we've got this guy is going to come up here. This guy is going to get to here. And this guy is going to get to here. And they're going to try and surround you. But they can't do anything about that, because they've used their action to get up there, and that was all that they had. So it is now Maggie's turn. Maggie is going to have to try and get past them. However, she can try and use a hand crossbow at some of these other guys. Let's see. Can she hide first for sneak attack?
Sorry.
Well, one of you guys is... Well, every one of you guys is... what's the
So if
word?
she stands next to me, she'd get sneak attack, wouldn't she?
Well, she's going to use a hand crossbow. But because you're flanking them, it would mean that you can grant her sneak attack anyway. So I think she's going to use hand crossbow, get the sneak attack, and then use cunning action hide. For next time. So that's going to be normal, because you don't get the advantage just by them flanking. And that is... That's the music stopping again. Why is the music constantly stopping? I don't get this.
I didn't touch it this time.
No, I know you didn't touch it. It's
None of my sounds are working anyway,
damn
so it's
thing.
fine for me.
I'm just noticing it more and more these days, that's all. I think it's since the update. Every update brings out more bugs. Okay, so that's a 13. She beat it with a 14, which means that she gets to roll damage and also add sneak attack. That's going to be only 1 damage on that, and then sneak attack. 15 damage from sneak attack. Look at that. 15 out of 18. That's a really high roll for sneak attack damage.
Well done, Max.
Okay. And then she's
That's
going
awesome.
to move. And I think she's gonna... Where is she gonna go, actually? I don't think she wants to leave this guy's threatened area, but she is gonna get behind him, I think. That's 10, that's 25, and she's got 30. So she's gonna get up here. So she doesn't leave his threatened area, and then she is gonna use a stealth check to see if she can hide behind him with a cunning action hide. And she does! Okay, great. So Maggie is now hidden, and it is now Ash's turn. Ash, what are you going to do? You've still got all these
Right.
enemies down at the bottom, and you've got 3 of them surrounding you. What do you want to do about it?
I have 3 surrounding me. All right, let me figure out something to do.
Also, Briar, remind me of your spiritual guardians, spirit guardians. What do they do to someone that enters your aura? Because the
I'm
berserker
actually
did.
just looking that up myself.
Alright.
I believe they attack. Is there a way for me to pop it out without actually casting it?
When you click on it, you just untick the use spell slot. And it'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Alright,
What did you want to do then,
for-
Ash?
For the one that's closest to me, I'm gonna inflict wounds on them.
Cool. This guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Great. Lovely. That definitely beats his AC. Give me damage.
And then attack damage.
16 damage. That's pretty good for 3d10 as well. You guys are getting some good rolls. Like, that's just above average, but it's better than nothing. And what was it with your Spirit Guardians again?
Oh, I didn't want to do it while Ash was having
No,
her
yeah,
turn.
you're all good. You're all good.
There we go.
So they have to do a
Oh,
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
And
On my
what's-
turn, I am going to move, so they are all in range.
Okay, so your spell save DC is 15. He needs to beat that with a Wisdom save. He gets a +0 to this. Let's go. That is 5. He gets a 5 on the die, which means that he fails. So I now need you to roll 3d8.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to just
Yeah,
read.
just type it, yeah. 8 damage. He doesn't have any vulnerabilities as far as radiant or necrotic as far as you can tell. So he just takes the damage regardless. But yeah, he gets that just for walking into your thing. Ash, did you want to do anything else, or was that your turn?
Is he still alive?
Oh, very much so. He's like barely even hurt.
Oh, so he's chunky.
Oh, he's a
Chunky.
chonk. Yeah. Oh, he's fully a chonk.
In that case, hold on, let me look up bonus action. Because that was an action, I believe. Ooh, my dog just farted. Hold on a second. Ooh.
Okay.
I'm sorry, she
Great.
smells really bad. Hold on.
But
Right, yeah, sure.
full distraction. Stank butt.
Full. Yeah.
Yeah, stank. Stanky stank.
Tapped you over your bedboard for your sacrifice.
Yeah, because if I move away, I'm so close to him that he can, like, try to attack me.
Well, yeah, he might get an opportunity attack, yeah. But, you just gotta decide. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't, I'm just gonna offer to... Okay, no, I'm gonna try to fly up a little bit. Is there room to fly up?
It's a cave system, so not a lot of room, but,
Okay. No, I'm just gonna stand there. I'm just gonna stay there. I'm gonna end my
Okay.
turn.
Cool beans. Then it's now the Gnolls' turns. So let's find out where my Gnolls are. Where are my Gnolls at? Why have I done that? That's the button that I needed. Okay. Right. First Gnoll. This guy has got a movement speed of 30. And does he have any ranged attacks is my next question. Yes, he does! Aha. Okay. Right. So, With a longbow, he can take aim and fire, and I think all of his gnoll buddies are going to do the same thing. So they're going to move up so that they get within range to be able to do a melee attack next turn. And then these guys also move up. And this guy moves up. And then this guy moves up. So all of these guys are all going to be doing their longbow attacks. Longbow has got a range of 150 before it takes disadvantage. So you guys are all going to get hit by the regular rolls here. So I'm just going to roll this 7 times. Which, you know, call me rude
Hang
if
on.
you want.
Ow.
Do you say we are all being attacked?
The 3 of you, yeah.
Because I have a deflect missiles I would like to use.
Sure. We'll see which of these hit you. Let me just see how many I've rolled so far. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. Right, okay. So the first one, we'll say 1, 2. So the first 2 are going to go towards Ruby. The next 3 are going to go towards Isabel. And the final 2 are going to go towards Ash. So that would be an 8 and a 19. So you can decide after you see what the roll is, can't you? Whether you want to deflect it or not.
Yes.
Yes?
So yeah.
Is that a confident yes? That sounded like a question.
It's more like yes.
Yes.
When I am hit, I can.
When you're hit.
I'm
so
going-
then
I'm going
that
to
would
do
be
it,
a hit, yeah.
Because the 19
So
get hit.
The
me, so
19 would hit you, yeah. Okay. So do what you need to do with that then. And then the next 3, we've got a 20, a 12, and a 9. So the 12 and the 9 shouldn't hit Isabel, but the 20 will. And then on the
Yeah,
last
20's
ones, we've got a 17 and an 11. And I think only the 17 will hit. So that's just 3 normal hits, 1 to each of you. So let's do the damage. And then we can see what Ruby can do about this deflect missiles.
Yeah,
So
so
it
I
would be
need to know
6,
the
4, and
damage
5.
before I can roll.
The 6 would be to you.
6 to... So basically, if I reduce that to 0, I can then...
Yep. Easily.
So I do. I then throw it back.
Even with just the bonus, you're able to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think just because it's automatically 8 every
Yeah.
time.
So what happens with throwing it back? You make
I
this attack with
click this, I
proficiency,
think. Here you
regardless
go.
of your weapon proficiencies, and the missile counts as a monk weapon. Okay. Roll attack. That hits. It's got a long range of 60 feet. A normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60. That would mean that you roll it with disadvantage.
Do you need to roll again?
Just one more flat roll, yes, please, and we'll take the lower. Oh, look at that.
20,
So you
haha.
hit anyway.
Just take the 7, I guess.
Okay, we'll take it to the leader. So the leader takes the 7, but then Isabel is going to take the 4, and Ash is going to take the 5. But Ruby takes no damage from out of that. Alright, good stuff. Ash is going to
my
need to do the DC 10
I'm raging as
concentration
well.
check, which Ash succeeds.
Alright, I'm back now.
Oh, I was just rolling your concentration check, which you succeeded.
Okay, thank you.
But you did take damage. You took 5 damage. Now it's the commoners' turns. Commoners, these guys run that way, and run that way. That's these 3 commoners out of battle. We've got 2 commoners up here. They're going to stay where they are. And there was another commoner up here, but I think they're probably far enough out of the way that we can just discount them from combat. In fact, we're going to take these guys out of it as well, because I don't think that it's really going to affect them. But now we've got the bandit captain. His turn is up. What does he have? He's got a walking speed of 30. He's got no spells. But he does have 2 melee weapons, and he wants to get up in the action. So, let's see. He's too far away to do anything this turn. So he's going to get up close and personal. He can get to here with his full movement with a dash. That's going to be his turn on that one. It's now Briar's turn. He would have gone through your aura as well, by the way. So he will do a wisdom save against your thing. And if oh, that'll pass. That passes. So it's only on a fail that they take damage, right?
Let me scroll up.
There's a lot to scroll through. I'm pretty sure that it is just on a fail. All right. What did you want to do? I'll take a look at that while you tell me what you want to do with your turn.
Okay. First I'm going to move. Let me select the actual move button. That's 15. And then my template is gonna have to scooch over with me.
He does take half damage on the success, so he's taken 5 damage out of that.
Yep.
Although I mistakenly took the full 10 off him. There we go. Alright, so you're going to move up there. We're going to move your aura with you.
And I thought my aura would actually...
It's not big enough to reach all of them there, no. You'd have to get closer. You could do it, but you'd have to be right up on top of them.
What about if I was here? Would it get this guy?
No.
Okay.
Like, if it was here, then you could get 3 of them. If you moved around here, then you could get all of them. You'd have to go around the back of everybody, though.
Okay. And if I scooched in, like, to here...
Still three of them. You wouldn't get the guy off the top here. But you would get those 3.
Alright, I'm gonna move there, then.
Okay. Now that you've moved, what do you want to do?
Okay, so does the other one get hit with my spirit guardians when I move? Or is it on their turn?
I think it's when they move into yours.
Okay. I do want to
When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts their turn there.
Okay.
So when their turn comes back around again, they will get hit.
I will use a guiding bolt.
Which guy are you hitting this with?
The guy right in front of me.
That will be rolled at disadvantage then, because a ranged attack at melee range is a disadvantaged roll.
I did not know that. Okay, I would... My character knowing that, me not knowing.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
I'll
would
allow
go
it.
for
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah.
An actual range.
I don't have any problem with that. That's fine. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
someone that's like 5 feet away from you trying to aim something that should be done at range is like difficult, you know?
Good to know, yeah, I did not know that.
Okay, so you do your attack, so roll me your attack roll, please. And then give me damage.
Okay. Normal.
Oh, that just hits his AC of 13. Give me your damage roll now.
Damage.
And is there anything that you want to do with your bonus action at this point?
Was that correct? 5d6?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
People get advantage on him now as well, don't they? That's guiding bolt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next person should get advantage on anything.
Okay.
Yeah, the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage. So whoever attacks, probably Ruby, but whoever attacks that guy next gets advantage on that roll.
I filter this by bonus action.
Ooh, we're filtering it. I like it.
I think this...
How are y'all doing, everyone in chat?
This requires
Players can't hear me at the
concentration.
moment.
Where would
How are
it
you feeling?
Say. Oh, it does. Okay, it has a little brain next to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass my bonus action because the one I want to use is concentration,
Cool.
and I can't because I'm already concentrating on my spirit guardians.
then it is now Ruby's turn.
Hello.
So
Hello.
wait, you're going to pass on your bonus action because the only thing you can do is okay. All right. I was just making sure that Guiding Bolt didn't have concentration on it. No, it doesn't. Okay, Ruby, what would you like to do, please?
I think my only option really is to punch stuff because my spells are area of effect spells based on myself, which will kind of nerf my allies around me. So
But we
people
do
are
love a
welcome
Ruby
to
punch,
run...
though.
Pardon?
We do love a Ruby punch.
Yeah. People are welcome to leave me alone and let everyone to encroach around Ruby though, because then she can cast a spell, which might be useful. Of everyone in the vicinity.
Yes,
you
but
know.
we'd get an attack of opportunities from everybody then.
You would also be saying this out loud, though, so these guys around you might take that advice and back off. Unless you use your,
I
like...
haven't said it. No.
Unless
no,
you
no,
use
no,
your,
put
like,
it this way.
telepathic thing.
It's more that we've had a conversation previously about, like, our combat plans, and I'm like, please don't crowd Ruby because she has area of effect spells that she can never cast. So you're welcome to leave her be a little bit because I can disengage as well.
You could use your... I'm gonna say that's metagaming to say everybody would know to move away from me because they clearly, we had that conversation and they clearly don't remember it.
People have forgotten.
So I would say that you can use, like, you know, the, like, sign language thing that you developed.
Oh, whatever.
Or the Awakened
Or I
Mind
can
to
just
just
speak
tell
to people
people to,
directly
like,
into their
back
head.
off. But yeah,
Yeah.
Does it take a
Alkin's
turn
already
to...
kind of backed off
Oh.
and is like hiding out there really and kind of like, guys, let's run.
Well, while
alright.
nobody's moved, do you want to do your attack?
Yeah.
I can take it,
Yeah.
Ribs.
Yeah, I'm going to where's it gone? So the this person who I'm pinging, hopefully you can see. I will.
You would get advantage if you attacked him.
Is he the one with the guiding bolt?
Yes. And he's got a great axe ready to come down on your head.
Okie dokie. Lovely. That's nice of him. Oh fucking hell!
That misses.
Jesus.
Wow.
I rolled two threes.
2 threes is insane.
Fucking hell! Can I even? At least I have a bloody extra attack, hey?
Ah, yeah.
Jesus.
You do,
I
indeed.
do. Thank God. I've lost my advantage now, though.
Yes, you have.
Sorry, I wasted the guiding bolt. Soz. Wasn't intentional. There
That
you
one
go.
hits. That hits.
Yay! It hasn't come up with the damage button again.
I mean, it should. You know,
I don't. I just have attack. I have
you
no
should have
damage
2
button.
rolls. It should give you the option of 2 different rolls. So
Right, here we are.
there.
It's literally just
See?
popped up. There we go.
Yeah. Right. So you rolled the 7. I think I rolled the 8.
I rolled the 7.
Yeah. So he now gets to bloodied. He's below half health now.
Lovely. And I will. Flurry of blows. Why not?
All
Might
right.
as well.
Spend a
I
key
am.
point. Let's punch this bitch.
I'm on it. But let me do it correctly.
Yeah.
So here's one. I attacked twice, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, bear with me. There's the first one, and then
That hits.
where's the second one?
That
I think they both
hits.
hit. There you go.
Yeah, we love that.
Where's the bloody the damage doesn't come up.
When
no
you click on
damage.
it, when you click on it, it has a second button that asks you if you want to do damage. Like the first button
Nope,
is
I don't.
attack, and the second button is. I mean, look, legit.
I don't.
I don't know
In the
why
same
it's not
window.
coming up on yours, but
In the same
when I
little
open
window.
it, when I open
That's
it
the
on
other
mine,
I know.
it's
I've
coming up
written.
on mine.
I've clicked damage enough times. It's been a year. I don't
Yeah.
have the damage button. I've only got it on the
Hmm.
key points, which isn't with the wrapped, so it won't be with the correct modifiers. So there we
Yeah.
go. It takes. Thank
That's
you.
me doing
there
it.
we go.
That's legit me doing it. I'm
Yeah,
clicking
I
on it
just
and it
suddenly
gives
saw
me
it said
damage.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not being an arse. It's just not coming up.
Okay. So we'll take just both of these damages.
10 twice.
Yeah. And he's hurt. But I don't know why you're not getting the what do you call it? I don't know why you're not getting that option, but it does like when I click on Raps of Unarmed Prowess, it comes up with a little dialogue box that says attack as the first button and damage as the second button.
Yeah.
and I
I
don't
know.
know why
I know what
it's
it
not
used
doing
to
that.
look like, and it's not doing that now. So.
Yeah, it's the updates. Every time they fucking update something.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I do update, then it breaks all the mods that we use. So then that... honestly, I would have left it as it was because it was working fine when we got it to a place of working great. But that was when my PC then had to be blanked. And so everything that I then updated it to actually download it all, that was the newest version that we're now using. And it's still not quite polished as it used to be. Anyway, we could talk about this for a while. Do you want to move anywhere? Do you have anything else you want to do?
No, I'm going to specifically stay still so that I can recharge my feline agility. And I've used my bonus action and action, so that's my turn.
Ruby, can I ask, did you use advantage on your attack?
On the
For
first
the
one,
guiding
yeah.
bolt, the one that I fucked up, yeah.
That was 2 3s.
And you
short 2 3s.
melee attacks, I mean.
Oh,
Does she
because
get
of you.
advantage because of being
Yes.
next to you?
Yes, 5 feet with
Right.
me.
Okay.
I hit anyway, but I guess now Ash also will.
Yeah, sorry, I was just
Give me
my
3
time.
rolls. We will. Yeah. Because it's still on your
don't think
turn,
it
I'll say
makes
yes. Because you might crit.
It doesn't. Oh, I see. Right. Well,
Be-
at least I can roll attack. Hey,
Because it's still your turn, I'll still allow it. But yeah, this is like missed opportunities. Like we can't retroactively go back to everything.
Sorry, I was busy trying to find it because my stupid character sheet doesn't give the details.
That's fine.
So I was looking on it from the internet.
So that's 2 we've got so far. We should have had a third
Yeah.
one. Because you
Did
hit
we?
3 times, didn't you?
Oh yes, I do apologize. Yes, sorry. So
There
no,
we go.
no crit, no crit.
Great. Are you moving anywhere? Or are you staying put?
No, I'm staying to recharge my feline agility.
Cool. Then it is now Isabel's turn.
Okie dokie. So I'm already raging. I'm just gonna reckless attack this guy right here,
Nice.
as one does.
Welcome, takedown. It's good to see you in a stream.
Is that...
Dirt and dirt. We're in a big old
Whoa,
tunnel.
whoa.
Big
That's not what I
old
think it is
tunnel.
it? No.
Oh dear.
17.
30 is pretty good, but it's
But it's not a crit, so I
And
can't-
close, but not a crit.
The Vorpal axe could have had its day, but unfortunately it's
Damn
yet to
close.
decapitate
I
anybody.
still got an extra attack.
Yeah, but imagine that day though where you crit and you decapitate one of them immediately. That would
Hold
be
on,
amazing.
hold on, reckless attack. Does that give me an advantage?
It gives you an advantage. Yeah.
But
It
I
gets you
did roll
advantage on the first one. Then just roll it
I'm
one
just
more
do-
flat.
Never mind. I'll go
Alright.
for the first.
Well, you would hit on both, I think. Yeah, you hit on both of those. So.
So I'll just damage. Do the roll of damage. It's just normal, unfortunately.
Mhm. 18 damage, pretty good. He's not below half health yet. He's taken that damage. You've given him a good gash across his rib cage, but he's not.
But
He's
I have
just
an
sort of
extra attack,
wincing and taking it on. You do have extra attack.
and I'll go attack him again because he's the captain, isn't he?
Go for it. You can't get this one with advantage, but you can attack him again. Ooh, 29. Another high roll. You're getting high rolls, but
Okay.
it's still not a crit. But yeah, give me that damage. 13. Good again. Now he's below half health. Now he's starting to, like, rasp with his breathing. Like...
Well, I'm that close to him. I'm probably going right against his chest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Because you've still got bonus action. You don't have frenzy attack. That's not your thing. But you do have, like, druid abilities.
Yeah, I don't think wild shape is probably a good idea in this thing because my best attacks are coming from myself at the moment.
All right. Okay.
Just seeing if there's any.
Do you want to move
Bone.
anywhere?
I can't without getting attack of opportunities. Is correct?
Correct.
How many would I get? Just
2.
these two.
Yeah, just these 2. And they've got melee weapons, so you would halve the damage because you're raging.
Okay, but I'm reckless attacking as well.
You are reckless attacking, so they would get it with advantage, correct? But you would
No,
take half damage.
I think it cancels it out, doesn't it? A half, but they get advantage. Okay.
They get
I'm going
advantage,
to-
but whatever damage. So they're more likely to hit you, but whatever damage you would take would be halved anyway.
I will go 40 feet north
We
towards
are
Eldrin.
playing
so
5th
give me a sec.
edition, and we're doing the legacy version from 10 years ago, not the 2025 rules.
Oh,
I
damn it,
don't
hold on.
enjoy the
Did it wrong.
2025 rules.
20, 25, 40, 35, 40. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, I take a long time to do that in my head.
So we've got a bandit captain getting you with advantage, and a
Oh my gosh,
berserker
that's a
getting
crit.
you with advantage. That then is a scimitar crit.
No, that was a great
No,
axe
the scimitar
crit,
was a
wasn't it?
normal. Scimitar was normal, but the great axe with a crit. So that is a total of 22, which will be halved to 11.
Tis
So
but a scratch.
that should just do it automatically. It does just do it
but a
automatically.
flesh wound.
Great. All right. Okay.
You have at least
so
removed
those
the
guys
reaction for other people.
Yes. Yeah. You have.
I'm willing to be harmed for my friends.
Good. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. I should be celebrating that. Feels a bit weird to be celebrating.
I mean-
Yeah, you want to get hurt. Okay.
No,
Right.
I'm not psycho. No.
Well, I mean, in the right context, in the right situation, with the right people.
With
I will
consent and
die
a
for my-
safe
Yes,
word.
with consent.
With
safe
consent
words.
and safe words, yeah.
I was literally about to say we consensually hurt each other like twice a week, and then realised the context now has completely ruined that statement.
Yeah. Especially with the safe word. We don't have a safe word. We just fucking
Love that
do
for
it.
you.
No,
y'all
our
just
safe
tap.
word, our safe word is tapping each other.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does not help the
We just
situation.
tap. Yeah. We just tap.
You just hit each other more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get told
right.
off for how hard I do it.
Heavy crossbow, 100. We're going for attacks on Briar, Ruby, and Ash. We're gonna go 2 for Ruby and then 1 for. No, actually, no. We're gonna go for, because these guys can see what's happening to the others in this aura. They're gonna attack just Briar. So we're gonna go for 4 heavy crossbow attacks to hit Briar. That's a 5. That's a nat 1. That's a 7. And that's a 16. So, Briar
All of them.
doesn't get hit by a single one of those. But one of them attacks himself as his string malfunctions and it gets him straight in the eye. The thug at the front, we're just going to say he's dead. He just fully crit into his own eyeball. So the guy at the front is dead.
Awful.
Oh shit.
He was holding his crossbow the wrong way around.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor bastard.
It's dark, you know? It's a big heavy machine. You don't know what it looks like. I
It's
don't know, man.
dark, you're holding it, checking things out, making sure it's strung
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
and,
exactly,
accidentally
right.
it goes off, and well, there goes your nugget.
Yeah,
And he's quiet, and
exactly.
you're like, is it all working? And just putting it down while he's looking at the one end, and it just goes straight to his foot.
So here's the thing
Hits
now.
the artery.
Here's the thing now, guys. The lair action is now up, and the lair action is as a result of the melt. And a big rockfall is happening in this area. So this area is now completely blocked off. And in a turn's time, you could imagine that another area is also going to be blocked off.
You
will
might wanna
now have
move.
no access to Aldrin, Aurelie, or Isabel if you remain where you are, and you will be split as a party. I am
Remember.
warning you that now, so that you can decide what to do, because I think that that is only fair, but it was your choice, after I warned you that there was going to be rockfall, to stay put and not just take the attacks of opportunity. Everyone's
My
so
plan of
precious.
action was trying to take one out before
You're
I
so
went.
scared of losing your HP.
I wasn't.
Aurelie's
Question.
turn now. No, you
That's what
weren't. But
keeps
that's
us
now why.
alive.
That's you're going to be split. You're not going to be alive for very long if you split.
DM, can I ask a technical question?
Go for it.
Measuring from myself for a spell, do I start from the square that's in front of me, or do I start from the square that is me?
It depends which tool you are using.
Levitate.
No, which tool on the toolbar are you using?
Oh, the measure distance ruler.
Start on yourself then. That one you
Start
start
on
on
myself.
yourself. Yes.
Okay.
But you won't have line of sight because this area is completely caved in.
Oh,
You-
the roof.
Like the
came
roof,
down,
the
too.
roof has completely fallen in. I'm not exaggerating. This is
Gotcha,
like
okay. So
enormous
this is not
boulders.
a wall.
Yeah. You came
This
down a
is not
long
solid.
distance into a deep part of the earth. This is a very, very low point in the earth. And what you now see
Okay.
is you see just a bunch of like huge granite and sandstone, limestone, whatever stone it would make sense
Okay.
be. Is
So
just
this is
landing and
just
completely
solid.
covering up this entire place. Yeah. So
Okay.
eons of rock formations have completely caved in on top of you. This was clearly like a tunnel that was made for escape. It was not a tunnel that was made in industrial way. It was
Yeah.
like scraps of metal cast together
Spoon
by
dug.
low-level wizards. This is not
Spoon dug.
something that was made, you know, with ceiling supports in mind. So
Yeah.
this is now fallen in because of the big acid ball.
Okay, for some reason my brain went sinkhole.
Oh
So,
no,
like-
not quite. No.
No, not quite. This
No.
is a wall.
Yes. It is now
Okay,
Aureli's
cool.
turn.
Thank you.
Aurelie has melee, but is still going to try and continue moving to get up here so that she can like scout ahead and see what there is ahead of you. She's going to take a bonus action, cunning action dash to do that. So just imagine that she's 20 feet off the edge of the map. And she will report back at the end the next time that she sees one of you. It's now Aldrin's turn.
Okay. So, my brain was processing differently. If you cannot tell. And this blue here is fire, yes?
Yes, it is.
Aldrin's.
So yeah, this is like a... Here is like an open space.
We've got
if I-
kind of a pathway that's
I do
going on
that,
here.
So that's an open
So-
space. And then the
And you-
open space that you also made when it was me controlling you last time is this one here.
Yes.
So those are
So-
fire-free zones.
Okay, Aldrin kind of wants to come back over to here
Cool.
and use.
I think that's 20 feet.
Yeah, it should be within distance. Use control flames to just widen the safety path
Okay.
from flames at the very least. So that
Yeah.
way these guys would have a better chance of getting around without hitting fire.
So, control flames is only 5-foot cube. If you want to
Yeah.
upcast it to a second level, then I'll let you control more of the area. Or you can
Okay.
roll an Arcana DC 20 check. If you fail it, you will have to use the spell slot regardless. Or fail.
It's given me a funny thing, and I've scrolled my wheel, and now it's doing even more funny things,
Well, what are
which
you
is
trying?
kind of cool.
Okay.
Is
Is it a template?
It's a measurement template, yeah.
Just put the template down. Just click it. Anywhere. There you go.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I can get it for you.
So can I upcast to?
Second
I
level or
could
higher.
upcast it to level 4.
For level 4, I'll let you do a 2x4 square of fire.
2x4 square of fire. I would want to go around this area here.
Like that kind of size.
Okay.
If you do
Cool.
4th level, you'll get that.
Yeah. To like clear this way here fully, and
Yeah.
push it back.
Well, this
Basically.
line is already clear, so this would be
Oh, okay, then
fully
here.
widening it. Yeah, this
Yeah.
whole area then
Whatever
would be completely
is
clear.
doing us the best favor.
Yeah. So this area now is clear. That's clear. That makes sense.
Awesome. Yes.
Right. So let me get rid of that as well. So that is now clear. You've used up that spell slot.
Mhm.
Just tick that one off.
And Aldrin will then hop back.
Okay,
10 feet, because 10 feet of movement backward
great.
toward getting the fuck out.
Awesome. Now it's the berserkers then. So this berserker, and this berserker. Okay, so 2 of these berserkers are in the aura, and are going to start their turn there. This guy's actually going to move into the aura, and he's going to take an opportunity attack from Ash if Ash wants to give one. This guy's moving in here. All 3 of these berserkers are going to take wisdom saving throws.
Yes, I would like an attack of opportunity.
Please roll your attack. We've got a 6, a 16, and a 19. So that is a fail and 2 successes. Yeah.
Would it be
That's gonna
unarmed quarterstaff or sunblade? Do you know?
Whichever one of them you want to use. That's 3d8 is 17 damage. So there's the failure, which was the first guy here. He is going to take the full 17, which kills him. So this guy's now dead. Let me just make sure I've got the right guy. Yeah. So he's dead. On 0 HP now. Then the next 2 guys are going to take half of that. So that would be 8. 8 damage. So this guy's finally taken some damage now. Hang on. Did that wrong. There we go. The middle guy's finally taken some damage. This guy is now around half health, but still hovering above it. And you just did a Sunblade attack on him, which does hit. Please give me damage. $11 damage on him. Does it have a particular effect? Or is it just the damage and then you've got extra things? It's just...
It deals radiant damage.
Yeah, he's not vulnerable to that, so that wouldn't make much difference. These guys are both crowding in so that they can target Briar. Briar is currently being a tank and is helping everybody out with auras and the like, and they don't like that. So they are going to attack Briar and are going to do so with advantage because they are berserkers. That is a 17 to hit and a 21 to hit.
Both hit.
And they're going to do 14 damage and 7 damage. So that's a total of 21 damage to Briar.
Ouchie.
So I will need concentration checks twice off you, please. It should be there in the chat.
So it pops up with, you know, the advantage, normal, disadvantage. Advantage has a red line around it. What's that about? When I hit the concentration, it says advantage, normal, and disadvantage, but advantage has like a red box around it.
I think it probably means that you can't do that. Like it's not an option to do an advantaged concentration check.
Oh,
that's 1 success.
It does let me.
Oh. Well, I
just wanted to push it to see if it what it would say. I can re-roll that though.
No, we'll take this as being your 2 rolls. So that's a 2 and a 9. So the 2 would be a failure, which means that you lose concentration on Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So we can just break concentration from that, and then that means that this aura disappears. Okay, so what they wanted to do has succeeded. What they wanted to do has succeeded. They wanted to make your spells less effective because it's really fucking their whole shit up. But one of them died from it, so, you know, that's good. And Ash managed to get some damage off as well. Now it's Maggie's turn. Maggie has got dart, hand crossbow, and dagger. And I think she's already in hiding. And you're already flanking one of these guys. So she's going to target this guy who looks decidedly more hurt. And is going to attack. And is going to do so with advantage because she is attacking from hiding. So she gets a dirty 20. and then is going to hit again for 1 damage, but also gets the sneak attack. 6 damage. So this guy takes 7 damage total from Maggie. But then Maggie is going to get out of dodge. Maggie's going to use cunning action dash, and he's going to try and move the fuck out of here. So that would be to there, and to there, and then to there. Maggie is now on the contraption in the safe zone, the safe area. That then is Ash's turn. Ash, you've still got the bandit captain directly in front of you. He's still alive. He's got sort of half health. This guy looks very damaged. This guy looks very healthy. But the aura from Briar's Spirit Guardians has dropped, and you can see behind you that there is some flame that has been put out on the machine. But there's also an enormous rock fall that is right next to you.
Okay, I'm gonna inflict wounds as a level 4.
Go for it. Who are we doing this on? The bandit captain?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. That's a crit!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Hell yeah!
Oh my god, 12d10! Oh my god!
Wow.
73 damage. This guy,
Yeah,
his
that is
maximum health,
insane.
his max HP is 65, and he only had 29 left. So this guy just
You
fucking...
lumped his ass.
Yeah, describe for me what this looks like, because I don't imagine that this is going to be particularly nice to look at.
He just
Alright,
goes
so-
lumpage.
Since it's necrotic damage, basically, as soon as I hit him, his skin begins to, like, crack and peel and just start to, like, turn to dust as it goes down, and then it just whoosh.
Oof.
You feel a yeah, I think Ruby throws up by seeing that. You
Yeah, that's disgusting.
yeah. When everything turns necrotic and this guy like goes to nothing, you certainly feel a friend beside you with a hand on your shoulder, whispering in your ear, "Very impressive." And the bandit captain then disappears. That was a crit,
Aldrin's
and
like,
that was
"Ew,
a
can I get a
fucking...
sample?"
You're on the other side of a rock. You can't see shit. Don't you give me that.
They would be,
though. They would be, but you're not there, and you haven't put Ferdinand in the middle of the flames to report back, so no.
Well, fine.
But that was a
Did you
crit,
try
and that
or-
was an incredible amount of damage. And so I think I'm going to give that an intimidation roll to see whether you can scare away these attackers. Because you just melted their captain to a lump of, like, gangrenous tissue.
Intimidation check.
Yeah, give me an intimidation check with advantage, please, Ash.
Wild.
Ash turned him to ash.
Doing
Ash turned into Ash, exactly.
Yeah, huh?
an intimidation check.
Intimidation ability check with advantage. An 11. I'm not going to say that that's enough.
Aha,
The
I
guy...
did it.
The guy next to you, he would automatically fail his constitution. He does vomit, but he's like, he's just like, you know, it's a battle. You're gonna vomit every now and then. It's okay. You've still got movement. You've still got a bonus action. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move the hell out of the way, is what I'm gonna move.
Sounds like a good plan. Remember, you are flying, so you could hover above the flames, but there's no guarantee that that's not gonna cause some damage by being there. So it might
So
just be
that's
worth
20.
getting there, yeah.
Mind yourself, Icarus.
Your fly speed is 50,
50.
so yeah, there you go.
And that's the rest.
That is fantastic. You are now in a safe spot. We've just got to get Briar and Ruby to a safe spot, but first we've got a bunch of gnolls and a bunch of thugs. First of all, we've got the gnolls. Then it's going to be Briar, Ruby, and then Isabel. So get thinking about what you want to do, because these gnolls are going to try and mess you up as best they can. I think that the gnolls are going to see that that is down, and are going to take that as being their opportunity to attack Briar. The first two I wonder if they can get within range of Ruby. The first guy can get to Ruby, so he's going to get up here and he's going to hit Ruby with a melee attack, but the other gnolls, they are going to not be able to get in range, and so they're going to try and get some ranged attacks. That's 10, 20, 30. Oh, actually, one of them can get in range of a melee attack, and the others are going to use ranged. Because they want to attack on this turn, for sure. So we're going to do... let's see. We're going to do spear attacks. So we're going spear on Ruby first. That's a miss. Spear on Briar. That is a nat 1. He rolls 10 damage on himself and is now down to half health. But the others are all going to roll... That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all going to roll longbow attacks at Briar. That's a dirty 21. That's a 12. That's a dirty 21. That's a dirty 21. Jesus Christ. And that's a 10. So 3 hits. That is going to be 4 plus 8. That's 12. Plus 9 is 21 damage against Briar. Now Briar is below half health, but Briar is at 35 out of 77 health. That is the Gnoll's turns done. Briar, it's your turn.
Okay, well, everyone else is getting the hell out of Dodge, and I need to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to probably provoke a couple opportunity attacks here, but it's either stand here or die, or get away trying.
Yeah, good. I mean, good thoughts.
So I can use almost all of my movement to get to
Yeah.
here.
That's going to be 4
So,
opportunity attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so we've got a spear first.
Yeah.
That hits. Then we've got the berserkers. They can't attack reckless when it's not their turn, but they can still attack. That is a 22.
Ouch.
And then this is a 14, which should miss.
And that one does not hit.
And then this guy is also going to hit with a spear, which is a 15.
Does not hit.
Which
So
also
2 hits.
misses. So 2 hits. We've got the great axe and the spear. So that is 3 damage. And 6 damage. That's 9 damage altogether.
Okay, not bad.
All right,
Which
and
I get
brings you
away.
down to 26, yeah.
You can
I
dash the
still
rest of
have-
the way if you want.
I still have 5 for my original movement,
Yes, you do.
which will, I guess, take me into there. And
Uh-huh.
then I'm going to use my action to dash,
Good plan.
which will get me, I guess. Is this?
All
don't
of
know if
this
you can
all of
see.
this highlighted area is clear of flame. This is all like
Okay,
open
and-
and not on fire because it's been put out.
20?
That's Maggie,
I've
so you
cleared
can
it.
you can walk through
10.
Maggie's space, but you can't finish your turn on her.
Right, so I can get to Maggie's in
In 20,
with
yeah.
10 feet left, so I could get. So
You
if
could
I
get to
if I
here.
get to Maggie's
can
and then go
forward, yeah.
there,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so I will do that.
Good stuff.
Well, if Ruby could Ruby get by me if she needs to? Sorry, Ruby.
My movement's pretty good, so don't worry about me.
Yeah,
Okay,
monks have got more agility, plus she has feline
Which will
agility,
be
which gives
fine.
her an additional move.
But she
Yeah, I can do a lot of
sorry,
feet.
pronouns for Ruby.
She, her.
they?
Yeah,
She,
she,
her,
her,
okay.
she, her.
Fine, they, not fast.
Or should I say sheep her?
Oh!
She-
I
Oh,
feel like Isabel deserves inspiration for that.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You get inspiration. You get a hero token. There you go. I've clicked it on you.
Which is funny
Right, you-
because tigers can't purr.
Yeah, they huff. They like huff, don't they?
Yeah, they
Chocolate
huff
chop.
and chuff. It's so cute.
But hey,
Yeah.
hey, Ruby at least has pronouns.
Yes, pronouns. Oh, that's great. That was Briar's turn. Guess what, Ruby? You know how you've got those area of effect spells that you like doing so much?
Can I use a bonus
I
action?
know.
Of course you can. Yeah. You use it up. You've now got a bunch of enemies around you and no player characters in sight. I'm pretty sure that you could do whatever area of effect you wanted to do.
Boom shakalaka, hit 'em hard.
But Briar has a bonus action.
Yes, but do we need to listen to exactly what that is? Briar, I trust you to use your bonus action without needing to tell me what it is.
Okay.
What's your
I was
bonus
just gonna
action?
Bonus
heal-
actions are very
heal
rarely
myself.
anything interesting, and we need to move the
I
time
was gonna
along.
heal myself.
I figured. That's why I wasn't gonna put any, focus on it. I just trust you to
There
do
we go.
it.
12.
Yeah. Ruby.
Forward.
Question. So I have feline agility. Feline agility doubles my movement speed.
Yes.
So that would mean I could do 80 feet.
Yes.
If I then dash,
Yes.
is that then dashing for 80 feet or 40 feet?
So
So if I step of the wind dash, I'm trying
Yeah.
to work out what my maximum number of feet is per turn. Is it 160 or is it 120?
It says double your movement, right?
Yep.
Then I would say you can dash the same distance again.
That's so fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, you've got the
Right.
zoomies. You've got the zoomies for sure. Yeah.
Ruby's about to fucking zoom. Are you ready? I'm so excited.
Zoom,
Right,
zoom,
so,
zoom.
and also, Briar very kindly meant that I could move into the middle of everyone without bashing in too many thingamajiggies of what's its face.
Mhm.
I really hope someone understood what that meant.
So, yeah. Mhm.
I'm going to move 20 feet to stand, I think, here.
Okay.
I
That's
am then going to
Three
cast...
opportunity attacks. Well, no,
They've
actually,
used their
they've just
reactions
used theirs,
against
haven't
Briar.
they? That's right. They've just used
Yeah.
theirs. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Clever.
So I am going to then cast Arms of Hadar,
Yeah.
which is a thingy. So I might need to move Ruby if I hadn't calculated this correctly in my head. So where does she need to be for maximum damage? Oh no! Oh come here! Oh, the template won't move.
No, I can
Can you
move
move
it for
the-
you. I can move it for you. That's
Where's
four.
I want to.
That's
What about if it
another
was
four.
here? I don't know if I'm pinging
That's only 3 people.
that. Ugh. I guess I'll go slightly to the.
Well, these 4 guys have used up their opportunity attacks, their reactions.
Yeah.
But the other guys haven't.
Yeah.
So if you did move to them and then moved away again, then you would get opportunity
moved away.
attacks.
I know. Well, the thing is, the good things about Arms of Hadar, is if it's successful, it means that they lose their reactions. So that was.
Oh,
my
well,
consideration.
yeah, I guess.
Um,
It's up to you, really. I mean, you're they're not powerful enough characters to be able to reduce you down by 51 HP in a single attack. So
yeah. So
your choice.
I guess these guys have attacked, so I'll attack these guys. Well, have done a lot of damage to Briar, so we'll go against these guys.
The other guys are all
So-
untouched. They're all unharmed at this point as well.
Unharmed.
These
Well,
4
maybe
that
I'll-
you're around, these have been hurt.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
other guys are completely
think-
untouched.
Yeah, reducing numbers is the key thing here.
Right.
So it is a DC
13 strength save.
13 strength saving throw.
Yeah.
If they fail, they still take half damage.
You mean if they succeed?
That's it. Yeah.
Roll damage
Not
for me,
one
please.
on one guy. Shall.
Okay, so first and last guys both take full damage. So he's nearly dead. And this guy, Shen, can you move your cursor, please, Shen?
Oh, sorry.
He was right on top of his health bar.
Sorry, I did not see that.
I was looking for what his health bar was, and all I could see was Isabel. Like, okay, I guess his health is Isabel. Right. So yeah, this guy is dead. This guy died. Then these guys take half damage.
Nice.
So that is He's fine, and this guy's definitely going to be fine. So yeah, this guy is very close to dead, very close to dead, very healthy. But one knoll is dead behind you. What does it look like?
So it's necrotic damage. Well, no, it's necrotic damage, but the arms of Hadar, it gives a tentacle image. However, I think, given that Ruby is a lovely warlock and their patron has a habit of dragging people into the ground, I imagine it's almost a mimicry of that, of just these black mass just going yoink. You're mine
love
now.
that. Yeah, you also feel a friend next to you with a hand on your shoulder saying, "I'm very impressed with you. You and your party are very, you're really doing me a service lately." And this guy gets dragged to hell.
Lovely. I'm
As
then
you
going
hear
to do my...
This fucking humanoid hyena guy is just like, "Ah!" and gets pulled down to hell.
And the guy, I think it's this middle dude, is quite high on health, isn't he? He's the highest.
Very high on health, yes. Very high.
So I'm going to do my extra attack on him.
I'm
trying.
The Arms of Hadar was a spell, right?
Yeah.
Then you can't do an extra attack.
Oh, never mind.
Extra attack. Extra attack counts when you have when you do a melee attack roll. When you take the attack action.
Alright then.
If you take the attack just to clarify to everybody here, I know that you've got it, but when you take the attack action, that is not the same thing as the spell attack action. So a spell action is a different thing from a melee attack action. It's poorly worded in the rules, but that's basically the distinction. Is if you take a melee attack action or a ranged attack action or whatever, then that means you can take an extra attack. If you do a spell or a cantrip, nah, sorry, you have to then like move on with your turn.
You have to hit something.
Yeah, by hit you mean punch.
Yeah, like punch, swing, bonk.
Yeah. Something physical. It's got to be physical versus metaphysical.
Use a tool or weapon to smite, or wallop, or cut, or...
Sweet. So we're going Step of the Wind now?
Yeah, so I've only moved, like, what, 20 feet? So I've got, like, 160.
Not even. You were here.
Like 10?
You were there,
Even
so you've
like
taken 10. You've now got 150 feet that you can move.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that... Oh god, I should measure, really, so I'm not being cheeky-beaky. So that's 25 feet. That's 50 feet.
You could make it to the very end of the map. Feet. You could make it next to where Aurelie is stood, basically. You're 15 feet away from Aurelie if you go the whole distance.
I'm gonna do that. Why not? Let's just... It's like, you blink and you miss her, and she's fucking yeeted herself to go in...
Yeah. So all of you race through the fire so fast that like the rest of the fire gets put out because you're going so incredibly quick that just this entire area just gets like whoosh and the whole thing is just put out, and now like Briar's hair is fully out of the fucking like you don't know what the fuck's going on. Maggie has somehow got her scarf like unraveled. And the rest of you are wondering what the fuck that orange flash was.
I'm holding on to my hat.
So it's like in Oblivion when you drink a bunch of skooma and then jump.
Right, sure.
Hey, because she has lead if you guys have the coin.
Holding on to my hat and holding on to my frog.
Now we've
my
got...
goes very fast. It's
now Isabel's turn, and then the thug's turns, and then it's the lair action once more.
Run away.
What are we doing?
I don't know what to do for this one, except maybe go further back, just in case we get caved in a bit closer to here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to parkour along this tank as much as I can.
Parkour!
Just parkour! Parkour!
Parkour!
Parkour!
Parkour!
Parkour! Parkour! Parkour! Parkour!
I'm just going up here. Woo!
Yeah. So that's 40.
There's no point in me doing an action because I don't think there is. There's no enemies around here.
Do you have any ranged attacks? You got a ranged weapon or anything? You got a crossbow or a javelin.
I got javelin, but is it too far?
Well, you could ready an action that if you see one of them come around this rock face, that you throw an attack at them. Because that uses your action and your reaction, and I doubt you're going to get an opportunity attack at this point.
This is going to be an odd suggestion. I definitely can't bonus action something unless it's specified, right?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to give myself a bite so I can keep my rage up.
Yeah, you can do
I
that.
pinched your butt as you ran away.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's not really
Do
harm,
that.
is it? Annoying, but not harmful.
No. Aldrin didn't pinch Isabel's butt. We all know who will have touched Isabel's butt.
Ruby. Ruby pinched your butt along the way. Ruby a monk. That's a
If you-
Fernando. We know who it is.
snipe.
Ruby would have
Can I
punched. Let's
Sorry,
be
Ferdinand.
let's be
Ferdinand the
clear. For the vowels need to change. Ruby would have punched your butt, not pinched it.
Yeah,
The
Ferdinand would have
verbs.
touched Ruby's. Would have touched many butts.
Yeah.
Booty.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
If you take 1 HP of damage, yes, you can keep up rage.
would it be counted as a bonus?
It's fine. You don't need to use a bonus action.
Okay,
We're at the
fight
end of
myself,
combat.
causing myself
It's not.
1
It's,
HP.
yeah, I'm not going to quibble over a bonus action at the end of combat. Let's just.
So I'm going to ready my action to just fling a javelin at the
Like,
guys that
around
they
this
come around the
area.
corner. Yeah,
around here.
when I see them.
Cool. Okay. The next guy that you see, you're going to attack. Great.
Mhm.
Love it. Then
Can
that is
we
going to be
tr-
the thugs.
Can I assume that I just picked up the javelins that I threw earlier? Just
Yeah. We can do that. Yeah. Right. It's the thugs' turns, and the thugs are far, far away. They have got heavy crossbows and a movement speed of only 30. So let's see if they get to here. Wait, if they get to there, then they should be able to see Maggie. So that's what they're going to do. That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they get to here. And they are going to fire off 3 heavy crossbow shots at Maggie.
No.
And that is...
Aldrin says
an
no.
11 to hit. A 16
Don't
to
hit
hit.
Maggie. Don't hit Maggie.
And another
Don't hit
16
Maggie.
to hit.
No. I'm mad at you.
And they don't get the pack tactics event either. And they're not in range to do melee attacks, so they can't use their multi-attack. And Maggie's AC is 12. And Maggie only has 21 total HP.
Oh no.
Maggie has been hit twice. The first attack gets Maggie for 3 damage. And the second for 4 damage. Maggie takes 7 damage and loses a third of her HP immediately.
She lives. She lives.
No.
And
Well, no,
it
she
is
doesn't
now the lair action. She does live, but it is now the lair action. And there's quite a few of you stood very close to this rock fall. I am
Maggie, run.
going to need
Briar, run.
Aldrin,
Don't
Briar,
forget, I have
and Maggie.
Sanctuary on Maggie. That's what my concentration is.
Okay. And that... let's have a look.
Do you want me to hit it again so you can read it?
Yeah, go for it. Just don't expend the spell slot.
Surely
Me.
Sanctuary's been lost because Maggie and you have attacked.
No.
Just bring it up in the chat, please.
I just hit cast. I'm gonna not consume the spell slot.
Mhm.
You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell
Never
doesn't
mind, I
protect
read
the
it.
warded creature from area effects such as the explosion of a fireball. The warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects the blah blah blah. Okay, so they would just need to make wisdom saves. And what's your what is your...
But doesn't, because Maggie's attacked, hasn't it dropped?
I didn't think Maggie attacked. I think Maggie just ran, I thought. No, Maggie didn't attack. Maggie just like
No,
did
Maggie attacked
mimicry.
because No, Maggie attacked because she rolled
Yeah, Maggie
a
did.
1
Maggie
damage.
did. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then.
She
How do I
used
end?
she used a hand crossbow to use sneak attack. So yeah, it would have dropped.
Okay, how do I end my concentration?
Go into your effects. Okay, so we're gonna do a dexterity saving throw from Aldrin, Briar, and Maggie here, please. I would like
Dex save.
a dex save of at least 12 to pass.
No!
That is a 9.
I feel like I'm too far away to offer the help action here.
Well, it was your choice to run the fuck away from everybody.
You gave me the option.
I
took
did.
it.
I
got
did
very
give you the
excited.
option, and I'm okay with that. I am fine with that. I'm gonna sleep
I
well
love
tonight.
Oh no, Briar!
Initially, I thought
Maggie,
Ruby was going to have
make
to
it.
get.
I think
Maggie,
fine, Maggie's
Maggie makes it. Maggie manages to dive out of the way, but both Aldrin and Briar are going to get hit by some bludgeoning damage. And it is going to be 3d10 bludgeoning damage.
Mm.
That is 21 HP of damage. What are you both
Why is
on?
Maggie rolling it?
Why'd Maggie roll?
No, it's because
God
I've got
damn it,
it's because
Maggie,
I've
what
got her token selected still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
it just
gotcha.
does. It just brings it up as her.
Maggie's just betrayal.
okay,
I like the
so
idea
that
Maggie
is
dodged the rocks.
Betrayal.
37.
In the way.
Why,
37, and then it's a good job you healed yourself before, or you would be out of this, I think. And then down to 17 for Briar.
Mhm.
But the two of you manage to get out of the way.
Wait.
You just get hit by rocks as you do. You like dive in the wrong direction.
Why did concentration come up?
Because you took damage.
Oh.
When you take damage and you're concentrating on something, you then have to.
What was I concentrating on?
I think was it levitate? It's on your effects
What
tab.
am I
Dragon's
levitating?
breath. Dragon's breath. It's dragon's breath.
Oh.
Also,
I
I thought that
so
ended
Here
last
we go.
time.
So that's rockfall and rockfall. Well, I don't think you took damage because you moved around everything, and
Right.
when you do take damage, it automatically comes up with it. So it was only a DC 10, and you succeeded. So you've still got Ferdinand
Nice.
has Dragon's Breath. But the rocks fall, and it completely closes off the tunnel. You can see that the only way forward is through where this machine was going to go. But now that the back of the machine is on fire, or it was at least, but it's been put out thanks to Ruby's zoomies, the rest of the tunnel is going to need to be traversed on foot. And the back of this machine has been pinned under the rocks as well. There is no gap behind you to be able to fit back through, and you've still got a bunch of enemies back there very eager to kill you. So the choice is yours. You can try and move away these rocks, but it's probably going to take you a long time, and you'll still have to fight people. The question is up to you then. Do you want to keep moving forwards, or do you want to stay put?
Forward.
Forward march.
forward.
Okay. I like that. Then we move on through... Alexa, shut up. Fucking Alexa's listening to me. I don't even know
the
what I said at that
environment
point.
did what I was gonna try and do, which was cave in the other side of the tunnel so the guys couldn't follow us. So hey,
Well, it ended
duh.
as well as you could possibly hope for, I guess, when you've got two
Yeah.
groups of thugs trying to kill you. You
And
you
just
all got away
bonked
with
on
your
the head
lives.
A little bit, running away.
Yeah, you all
Yeah,
got away with your
okay.
lives, and you're all safe. Some commoners died,
So far, so
but
good.
a lot of enemies died. So it makes up for it. I think
It's balance.
balance, exactly, balance.
Cupid Psycho things even out.
Life
So-
give us, life take us.
So you are now headed on foot through a long tunnel system. As you walk through, you feel the echoes start to build as the pinned ground behind you gets further and further away. This metal sheathing across the ground, it sort of resonates with every footstep that you take, and there's a lot of your footsteps.
Can
This-
someone lead me? I'm a bit blind around here.
This loud rattle that goes all the
Mhm.
way through the cave. You can feel it around you. You can feel it. You can even see it in these bioluminescent fungus that's hanging from every wall. And after hours of walking, it doesn't seem like there's much difference, like anything has really changed. It's this exact same tunnel system, this exact same everything. But then you can see up ahead that there is something different about the rock formations. That where you were, this big industrial kind of ramshackle tunnel, that even with the scraps they'd managed to build this enormous machine that should truly have made its way through here with no problems. You see now that the tunnel has reached its limit. That this was as far as they'd managed to dig. They hadn't fully completed the tunnel. And now you can see that there are entry points, like small little holes in and around. It's hard to see exactly which one leads out, or through, or anything like that. But one thing is for certain. You can't all fit through one hole at a time. You'll have to split to be able to make it through here. It's just too tight to be able to fit everybody through one side. You have two sides to choose from. The left and the right. And they are very tight gaps. So no flying, I'm afraid, Ash. Would anybody care to decide now who goes in which side?
Aldrin will go left, just because.
Aldrin goes left.
Ruby, I think you and I should split up because we're the heavy hitters of the team. One in each team would be a good idea.
Okey smoky, no problem with that.
Okay. Where?
Also
Which
think,
side do you each want to go in?
I think that the other druid cleric should go with one party, and I'll go with the other.
Okay.
Yes. And maybe not two druids together, just in case wild
Yes.
shaping is useful.
I think that's what Ash
So,
was saying.
Say if Ash and Ruby are together,
You're
and then
saying
Briar
the
and Isabella
same
together.
thing. Good idea.
Yeah, that's
Briar-
exactly
at
what
least
Ash was saying.
Briar,
Good
me,
job.
and...
Sorry,
It's alright, it's alright.
We all agree.
I got confused. I got cleric and druid
Yeah.
confused in my head.
I get you. It's just good that we're all on the same page.
I will take an NPC each as well.
Yeah, you could do that. So I think Maggie would go with Briar. Aldrin, I think you go with
Ruby...
Isabel,
Ruby and
because
Ash?
Isabel's a druid, and Ruby goes with Ash, because Ash is the other
Okay.
druid. Because that's what you were saying before. And then that
I
leaves
go
on the
Aurelie,
left.
Isabel, and Aldrin on the left. Briar, what side do you want to go with? Because I think if Maggie's splitting off, then you two will swap with Aurelie if you go to the other side.
Can we put
I'm-
tokens? So
Can I just
have
ask
an
Briar
actual-
first? Briar, where
Be
do
a
you
good
want to
idea
go?
we get... Be a good idea if the cleric goes in each party.
I would go the opposite of Ash,
Okay.
just so we are split evenly for heals and.
Then Aurelie will go on the right. Okay. Good. Great. Okay. Now then. I'll reset the fog of war for you so that you can only see what you've seen. And you now make your way inside of a very, very tight cave system. You can see that it is very difficult to see ahead of you any significant distance. That there are light sources along the way, and these light sources are all mushrooms. You will find it hard to make it through here using your keypad, so I would recommend using your mouse, because
Am I the only one that can't see it?
I knew someone was going to fucking say something. Can I not see
Sorry.
anything? Bloody see it. Click on your token, if you've not clicked on your token yet. You should be able to see what your character
No.
can see by clicking on your token.
No, I mean, I'm still with the digger.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on then. I need to activate
Well, I
it.
think we all
Here we
are.
go, here we go,
Yeah.
here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we
There
all
we
were.
go.
Now
there
we're at the
Wow,
new
now-
Now I get
Wow.
it. Now I get it. Okay.
Wow, you're going to have a go at us for doing something that's
No,
not
there's
our fault.
always-
You're being so mean.
I got very triggered because there's always one session where some fucker says I can't see shit, and I always have to fucking explain to you the basics of Foundry after a year of doing this. So yeah, I was
We were-
triggered.
Picking
I
on
did
it.
know how. I did.
Hey,
I know, and I'm aware of that, and I apologise for
Hey, Jackal, is it
for
is it
taking
is
it
it
wrong.
r//r?
I'll fucking kill you.
Meow.
Alright, we are in this cave system. You have made it through the entire long tunnel, and you are exhausted at this point. You have been walking for hours, and it was hours after a rockfall, after seeing commoners die, after the riots, after getting the fairy godmother to do everything. You've not rested, you've not eaten, you are tired, you are like starting to feel the funk of the movement of like, you know, you're feeling like your clothes are sticking to you. You really need somewhere to be able to rest, but you know for now that that's not possible. This is too tight a place for you to get any real significant comfort or any kind of way of sleeping or resting or meditating. So you will need to keep pushing forward to be able to find somewhere of that nature. As you are stood here in each of these cave mouths, you can see that the twists and turns up ahead are likely to continue as this cave system continues. You can see that there are tool marks in the walls occasionally, but what is here is probably a natural rock formation that has only been widened. It doesn't look like this entire thing was hewn out of rock, because there's still too many smooth, natural surfaces on the walls. You may move ahead whenever you are ready. But again, I would recommend that you don't use the WASD keys, because if you do, you'll probably get a warning telling you that you're walking into a wall. And for everybody on stream, this is what the walls look like.
Anyone on my side have like dancing lights or anything? Just to help.
I think
I will pull out my sunblade so you can see a little bit better.
Oh yeah, your sword.
Also, your concentration spells would have dropped.
I ended my concentration.
Yeah, your.
I don't think.
You don't think?
Has it been over 8 hours? Has it been over 8 hours?
Yes.
Damn it.
You've been walking through a very, very long tunnel. It's been miles and miles.
I didn't need to recast mage armor there.
Okay.
Can I use color spray without blinding people?
You could tell them to close their eyes.
Share dark vision with both Aldrin and Isabel.
Yeah, you could do that.
I also did the same with Relly and Ruby.
Cool.
Oh, very much.
So then you've all got, you all have dark vision 300 feet then.
Nice.
There's nothing for us that much, but it's better than
Got a
what it was.
crisscross here.
Before you run off, can we like tie a rope to each other or something so we don't lose each other?
I've got a 50-foot rope.
All right.
And if we tie them all together, we can have free reign.
So Maggie, Briar, Isabel, and Aldrin all tie off a rope to each other. Ash does the exact opposite and just runs away and
I was like,
doesn't communicate at all.
Come on, Maggie.
Ash, would you like to tie a rope to Ash?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Shall we tie each other
There's
together?
a wider way that
please?
way and narrower ways up.
Relly, do you have a
Jay,
I
you're
have
not
a
allowed to
rope
murk
fine.
me when I'm
I've
controlling
tied your
a
wrist
D&D session.
to
That's
my
rude.
wrist and to our
Maybe
heavy's
a
wrist.
wider way.
Hello, Jay. Welcome.
Maybe it's perception. Maybe to see if we can like feel a breeze from a passage or something.
Oh yeah. That
Can
would
I
be
do
a good
that?
idea.
You do that, yeah. I mean, you can feel it for free. There is like a gentle movement of air, but it's hard to tell which direction it's coming from.
That's why I'm perceiving.
roll-
so I can try and...
If you roll well enough, I'll tell you which direction you can feel it.
You could lick your finger and hold it up like Ace Ventura.
Is 17 good enough?
North.
North. Okay. Aldrin, I think it's a bit more breezier up north.
Up. Let's go up then.
Same for you, Ruby. Just a little bit more to the east.
Yeah, just 17.
Up the skinny or up the fat?
I just tugged at the rope a little
Relly
bit. so
coming
Maggie
with us?
will-
Up the
Ah,
skinny.
oh, blimey, it's... I should not have that lunch a bit earlier.
It's
Suck in your
very,
guts.
it's
Oh,
very
it's a tough
claustrophobic
place.
in this, isn't it? It's very claustrophobic.
Uh-huh.
Can you believe
Thankfully,
that?
I do.
Mushrooms. up
So
there.
I downloaded this map and then modified it to what I wanted it to be, and what I modified it with was making the passages wider.
Oh,
This
quick.
was actually a
What is
lot
it?
narrower beforehand.
What is this? Is that
What
just
is-
mushroom?
We got another
It's a
way
Don't
up
mushroom,
try the
to the
yeah.
left.
mushrooms.
It is
Don't
a
try the
mushroom.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Don't try the mushrooms, Aldrin. I know what you're like.
Oh, well, can I collect some though?
You can collect some, but do not eat them now, okay?
Alright. I'll try them later.
We do not need a high tiefling dragon.
I'm waiting on Aurelia. I don't want to leave her behind.
We'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
it's just bringing the darkness up and out of my screen constantly. So I'm just going to say that they're with you, and I'm going to delete them off the screen.
Okay.
Thanks.
You keep moving up, and as you get to every narrow passage, you have to squeeze in your guts and take a deep breath and keep walking through, and then eventually you make it to each other. And
Hey!
Ash and Aldrin
Look,
and
it's a
Briar
bird.
and Isabel are
What are you
all...
doing here?
It's not a
We
bird.
found mushrooms.
Stop.
Is it a bird? Is it a cat? No, it's the others.
Oh, wait, no, but it is a bird and a
The
cat.
Gouda Guys.
Guys, we found mushrooms.
Isabel, you're fucking hilarious.
Try.
Well, the wind came
Not
from the
very
north.
hard.
Ha 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 ha.
Is there anything north here?
I
Well,
can see
we're
a
going
pile
again.
of bones.
Bones might not be healthy.
I think bones are perfectly healthy, so long as they're in the right place at the right time.
Well, they're not in
These
These are
someone's
clearly
body, so
not
Shit,
internal to a
Commander
body.
Ruby.
Ruby kind of wants to go and look at the bones.
Well, I'm still tied to Aldrin, so I'm being dragged.
Bones.
Take a look at the bones.
I'd like to look at the bones.
I'll
Hey,
bet
look,
you
they
do,
look
Lucy.
fine.
I bet
Yeah.
you do.
The Eldrin's just following on after Ruby
What
and
type of
dragging
bones are
everybody
these,
with
please?
them.
Yeah, Aldrin's forgotten that we're still tied together,
everyone's-
so we're just going to go,
Yep.
What are you trying to find out here about these bones, Ruby?
My greatest concern is, are these ones that have been here for a fucking long time?
Hmm.
Or are these quite fresh? And might insinuate that something inhabits these here caves.
I would like for you to give me an investigation check, please.
are the bones still warm?
Can I do one as well?
Never mind!
Sure. You could give the help action to Ruby.
Help. Action. Ruby. What's
you.
your plus to it?
0.
Wait.
To be honest, it's a complete. It's
Hold on.
flat. So
I got a +4.
I
You
will
could try
help
it as
you
well, then.
after
Okay.
pretending
I will
that I
help you
knew
with
I was
Ruby looks at these bones and is like, wow, these are really weird shaped rocks. And then Aldrin's like, huh, these bones have not been here for very long. They're still moist.
You
Oh,
realise
Oh,
if they were
somebody
weird
had
shaped-
lunch.
You realise if these were weird shaped rocks, that would insinuate they were fossils and been there a very long time. But Ruby doesn't
Yeah.
know that.
I know the implications of what I said.
bones are hard like rock.
Do
So
you?
it
Do
could
you?
be
Because you full on used a
mistaken,
geological
maybe?
term incorrectly earlier, and it was triggering.
I purposefully said
You got all kind of tickled.
I purposefully said at that point, and I saw your message in chat. I purposefully said while I was saying all of it, what was it? I was like, limestone and sandstone and whatever stone should be there be, and then said eons of rock. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly what I
eons
said.
was the problem.
Yeah, I know exactly what I said. I don't have any problem with it. I know that you're the one who has the problem
I
with it,
got it.
and I'm fine with that. Hey, I've been badgering on at you all fucking month about taking meds when you should, and I'm a fucking nurse, and you don't think about how that triggers me. So stick it up your pipe and smoke it.
Oz, man.
Taste is
Um,
sweet.
Right,
can
bones.
bones are
Boners.
still wet. They're still alive.
There are
Wet
bones,
boners.
and Ruby thinks that they are weird-shaped rocks because Ruby got a flat 4, and Aldrin
these are wet
got a
boners.
21 and knows that these are humanoid bones and that they are still moist from their hosts, owners.
Moist boners.
Oh god, no.
You can also see that these are femurs. These are multiple femurs, so
So this is a whole lot of legs, guys.
it's a lot of legs.
Which is kind of concerning because one person
Yes.
doesn't have this many legs.
Yes, hosts.
One person has 2 legs. This is many legs. We need to go
Listen,
now.
Lucy,
Yeah, I think we better move.
I think that we are
We
parasitic
need to go now.
organisms.
We need to go
Like,
yesterday. We need to go.
we have like
a whole lot of
5
minutes
pounds
ago.
worth of
There's a whole-
bacteria in our in
Run
ourselves at all
after
times.
Ruby.
You know, we're Bruno,
Because
sometimes
Ruby
you'll
Ruby
see-
can
dragged
hit
along.
things, and everybody else
Ruby's like,
gets
"Sure."
dragged along because we're still
wanna be
tied
eaten.
together.
All right.
Aldrin goes, we're going past
You
that.
all head into
There's
the
footprints.
northernmost part of the cave and find that there is a
I
dead
think
end.
we're at a dead end.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
that's it,
couldn't hear
sorry.
you. Jackal, sorry.
Reverse.
Oh,
Reverse,
heck
everyone.
now,
This is
y'all.
a dead end.
Yep.
One hop this time.
There was actually
Right,
a
but
passageway
let's
next to the bones.
The
but
breeze, the breeze was coming from the north, but that was a general term because you only rolled a 17.
Mushroom.
You're also, by the way, Ash, still tied together because nobody has untied anybody, as far as I can tell. So you
Nope,
are
everybody's
being
pulled.
pulled.
tied to Aldrin.
Where
Ash,
is everybody?
Ash, you are being pulled by Ruby. I'm going to move you over there. You are being pulled
I
by
was
Ruby.
moving.
Guys,
Hey, look,
there's
water.
Guys, there are way more bones here.
Oh, a lot of bones. A lot of bones.
Hey guys, we have water.
Right, can I investigate
Yeah.
bones now?
You
I
can
think we
investigate the
found
bones.
something.
But remember, everybody, that when you tied yourselves together with rope and then didn't say that you untied yourselves, that if one of you goes in one direction and the other goes in another, that you're going to get pulled by each other
We're
in
still-
that direction.
we're not-
So when
we're
Ruby
not
went
tied.
left and Ash went right, yeah.
So I think we found something's house. Because there's fresh water up there, or it looks like it anyway, and we clearly have their food source here, which is a whole lot of femurs, which is a whole
Yeah,
lot of people.
you see
legs.
large and small rib cages and pelvises. Pelvi?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we gotta
see
go, guys. I don't know
skulls.
what this is, but we gotta go, and we gotta go now, yesterday, before it comes back, wherever it's coming from.
Yeah, but
Um,
which direction?
But what
You've
way's
been
out?
walking. You've been walking for about 10 hours, maybe.
Oh,
And
gosh.
the only side
Need
tunnel
to
that you
eat,
saw were
but
these
gotta
two side
go.
tunnels. So you only go forwards, or you stay in this cave system.
There was a
Oh, we
way
gotta
out.
go forward. Where's forward?
That's
Isabel,
for
did
you
you
to
say there's a way
decide.
out near the original bones?
Yes,
First
because I'm
bone?
pretty.
Off
I'm
we
pretty. 'Cause
go.
okay, I'm being dragged.
Okay, I guess we're going.
Everyone's being
There's
dragged
other
along because
bones
Mars
over
is
here.
running off.
The bones that we first stepped.
Yep.
Sorry, the fossils. The fossils.
Fossils. Check up here. It's a dead end.
Oh gosh. Down here.
Silliness is not accountable. Uh-oh. Ruby.
I'm losing everybody.
No,
This
I'm
came
on
Uh,
Ruby now.
yeah, Aldrin took a piggyback ride on Ruby.
Oopsie.
Oh,
Yep.
that's why I couldn't see you.
And again, you've done it. And again, you've done it.
I'm magical!
I could imagine both of
Off
teams'
we
ropes
go!
are just mixed
Round
up.
and round and round the world we go! Tally ho!
I
I'm
love that
trying to. I'm
you're.
trying to.
I love that you're desperately
Oh,
trying
God.
to avoid
Aldrin.
the
Can I-
inevitable.
Aldrin,
Can I
this
try
is
to do a
the way
survival
we
check?
came.
Oh,
Is
You
it?
what?
We
Sorry.
came this way. Where are you going?
I don't know. Was there another way out?
Can I try to
This
do a
is the
survival
way-
check, please?
Yes, you can do a survival check. Yes.
Well, I couldn't see where you were. I wasn't with
Right.
you.
Run off before I could say.
What information are you hoping for from your survival check?
I was hoping to find a way out of here because the survival checks should help me navigate.
Okay.
Mhm.
The
Right.
breeze that was felt from the north was coming from the watery cove.
We gotta go find the watery area, I believe, is where the
That
breeze
was
is.
northwest.
That was
We've
where
already
you
found
already
it.
were.
No,
It was
that's
northwest.
where we were. That was all the way back in its house.
okay.
Let's
Can
go
Can I-
back.
Can I propose
I
something?
guess we gotta go
before
through
we
its
do?
house.
Isabel, what do you want to
Off we
propose?
go.
The answer's no. I
Before
don't want to
we-
get married.
No. I was going to say I'll turn into something with a good sense of smell. Maybe
What
smell
are
the
you trying to
outdoors.
say?
Turn into a little animal. Hmm?
Wolf.
Are you
Wolf,
saying
dog,
I have
basset
BO?
hound. I want to try to change into a basset hound and try and see if I can smell the outdoors.
Okay.
Over here.
Can we stop moving?
Trying to catch up.
I'm waiting. Don't worry.
So I'm just trying to chase Aldrin. It's too
I
narrow.
dragged your asses all the way here. All the way up there and all the way back.
Yeah, keep going
I
this
want
way.
to change into a basset hound and see if I can smell the outdoors somewhere.
All right.
And see if I can
In
follow its trail.
reality, there was no way that we were going to be able to catch back up with you guys. The only
You-
reason we can is because we had a bird's eye view of the map. Just
Yes. So you turn into a basset hound. Give me a perception check with advantage to see if you can smell something out that way.
Dang it.
Smell through water?
11. You smell mushrooms and cave and water and stone.
I got blocked
Ruby
nose,
with her
okay.
big old nose would like to smell.
Do you have advantage on
Anyone have a boat?
smells?
I'm gonna give
I
you
have
guys.
advantage on
You
dairy-based
do.
smells.
Well,
Do
no,
you
water
want to
dragon.
smell for
Briar is
dairy?
offering to guide my
Azure.
smells.
You can
Lady
use
Azure,
guidance
can she
if
reach
you
us
want.
here?
You can use guidance if you want. That's a plus a D4. Who are we using
Is
guidance on, Briar?
Ruby.
Okay. Ruby,
Oh, by the way,
are
I
you
even had a
wanting
brain.
to... Give me a sec. Everyone just chill. Ruby, are you wanting to check for dairy specifically?
No, of course not.
If you were, I would give you advantage.
To check for dairy.
To check for dairy, to sniff out dairy.
I can't. I'm not.
Hey,
If I,
jeez.
Do it.
this feels like a
Do it,
trap.
milk cat.
What are you trying to insinuate about this water?
Do it,
I
milk
don't
cat.
like it. No, I'm just trying to smell for a way out.
Smell for cheese.
was-
Fresh cheese.
I'm-
Fresh cheese on the breeze.
Lucy in
It's
chat
not smelling
says...
cheese on the breeze.
Listen, he's saying in chat to check for dairy.
Go on, try it.
Listen
I'll
to
check
my
for dairy,
boyfriend.
and I'll apparently waste some guidance on this while I do it. Here you
Advantage
Oh,
plus
that's a good
D4 is
roll.
22. You smell the best cheese that you've ever smelt in your life.
Dank cave cheese.
And it is coming from
hope you
that
can swim.
direction.
Government cave cheese.
go. Ruby dives in. She's now fucking hungry. I hope you can swim, Ash. We're still connected.
Oh
do, you,
fuck.
do you want to? Yeah.
But wait.
Okay.
Aldrin had a brain.
Go
What?
for
Lady
it.
Azure, could this be where she at? Could this be her house? Like,
She-
I don't know
she
what
can't-
kind of
I
people
don't
she
think.
eat.
I don't,
I don't
think
think she
Lady
would
Azure
fit.
can be
So
on this
she's
island.
water.
I don't think she would fit.
Oh, good point. She bigger. But she's
Also,
can
she
size
hates the
shift,
island.
right?
I'm just getting overwhelmed. Forgive
But you
me.
said she
Right.
could size shift.
Let's just move on to the next map.
I'll just say this is funny, but I am
But
really
yeah.
overwhelmed at the same time.
Right.
Flash.
Okay. So
Cheese!
you.
I can't see the next map.
No, I know you can't. Give me a fucking map. I'm just opening it up so that I can set it up for you guys. You don't need to tell me that you can't see it. I know.
We love you,
How
Jackal.
quick-
Oh
I
my
love
god,
you.
every
I
time.
know you.
Every time. I
Mario.
can't see it. I can't see shit. For no fucking lights. Jesus Christ. Right. I get, like, night sweats about
Hey,
this
who
shit.
turned out the lights?
Right. You make it into the water, and you realize that there is a breeze coming from this area, but it's coming from like a small crack in the cave ceiling. It's not anything that you could fit through, but you know that there is something close. You're at some point that is close to the surface. Those 10 hours of walking must have been a gentle incline, because for some reason you feel much closer to the surface. It almost feels warm at this part of the cave, where it's like it was cold and dank back there, but now for some reason you're feeling like there is a heat, like a natural heat here. And that's when you step into the water and realize, oh, this is actually like a natural, like, spring. It must be, because there's something warm underneath it that's like bubbling up and through. It feels like it's some kind of, you know, geothermal
Pardon
vent
me.
or something. As you make your way down, thank you for the fart joke. As you make your way into the water, you can almost feel like there's a current, like, with that warmth that is just pushing you up towards something above you. But you've got to go down
really
and
sorry.
underneath a lip first. Is there any kind of anybody wanting to resist this flow of water, or are you going to go with the water?
I'm too tired.
with.
Go with it.
Go with. Anyone else?
By the way, I'm still a basset hound, so I'm just
Anybody
floating along
resisting?
like,
Yes,
I
Isabel
mean,
is
I
still a
would
dog.
probably. Actually, no. I'm gonna change into a tiny crocodile.
A
So I'm gonna go
tiny
with-
crocodile. Okay. A
Yeah.
tiny crocodile, so a baby crocodile and
Well, I mean, not like a giant
And a-
crocodile. I guess a normal sized crocodile.
a
whatever.
regular crocodile.
A regular crocodile.
A regular crocodile. Okay, let me get my regular crocodile. And
Does
there's-
Ruby see this happening, or is she suddenly just got a crocodile next to her?
I mean, it's up in the air. I mean, I don't really know whether you'd get told about this. There's no basic dog here, by the way. It's either like a hell dog or a hellhound and stuff like that. So I guess we'll just have to go with a wolf, I suppose. We'll just go with wolf, and that can be a filler for a dog. Okay. So a dog and a basset hound and a crocodile, as well as a cleric, a sorcerer,
Walk into
a
a bar.
monk, and 2 rogues. Walk into a bar. Yeah. No, you all come out. You surface in like a hot spring, like an open spa almost. This natural thing. And as you do, you realize it's nighttime. And this is the first time you've seen the sky all day. There are stars twinkling, and you feel this warmth, this lovely warmth, all the way like heating you almost internally. And where you are now stood, you can see is a different city altogether. But now you feel like you are in a different place entirely. And not a place that you have really seen or been familiar with before. But where you are stood, you can see that there's a giant sort of like stone hall right next to you, with windows in that like look like there are lavish golden and silken things all the way through it. There's more beyond this, but you can't see it right now. And honestly, right now, you don't really feel like you want to move anywhere. This feels like the kind of place that you could probably just fall asleep in. And you've all been so exhausted lately. Like, especially with all of this moving around that you've been doing through the tunnels. Oh, if only you could just lie down here and sleep. What do you want to do? By the
If
way,
we do,
I've got you paused on purpose because I know that every single one of you ADHD fucks is going to move your token 500 fucking miles away in a second, so I'm not letting you move yet. What do you want to do before you get release of your fucking tokens?
Perception check.
Okay, perception check.
I mean, we could just take turns and rest.
19. Good.
pretty good.
What in particular are you looking for with this perception check?
Well,
What?
you said that we've never been here before, but is
Correct.
this something that maybe we've heard of or would have known from like literature or stories?
Well, that would be a history check. What do you have
Okay.
on history? What's your modifier there? You get a +4.
My history is +4.
So that would be a 16 roll. You...
Can I help with that?
Yeah, if you like. Just roll me a history check one more time then, Briar.
Okay.
It's hard to know without knowing what the name of the place is. You can't really... You can look at the architecture and you can look at the colour of the marble on the outside of this building, and you can see the small stalls that they have set out with drinks and things. You can see these mushrooms and the warm springs and the geode in front of you in the middle of it all. But it's enough to say that it's different from what you've seen before. It's not enough to be able to tell you exactly where this is or whether you've heard of the place. You know, it's like I could walk into any town in the UK and say, "Oh, I've definitely not been here before," but without looking at a road sign, I'm not going to be able to tell you where it is. So it's sort of that kind of a feeling where you're certain that you've not seen it before. You're not certain where it is though. Not with a 16, unfortunately. You'd probably have to do a little bit more investigating to be able to find that out. But what you can tell is that there's nobody that you can obviously see walking around at this point.
I will ask the others, do you guys see anybody walking around? That seems a little weird, huh?
Can Aldrin do an investigation or a perception on that?
Maybe they can't walk.
Which would you rather, Aldrin?
Investigation.
Then please do an investigation.
Because the question makes Aldrin curious. And is specifically looking for this now.
A nat 20. Nat
Hell
fucking
yeah.
20 investigation. No
Hell
need for
yeah.
guidance, no need for help action. Okay.
Let's go.
Alright. So with your investigation, I think that you get a very strong sense of something. And it boils down to the direction that you came through. That direction that you came through, that wasn't just any cave system. There were thousands of people going through that. And it seemed like on a pretty regular basis. Regular enough that like wooden desk that Ash took a rubbing from, Ash the crocodile that you can see in front of you now, that this is like a that had been there for years, that desk. So the number of people who must have come through here must have been just incredible.
Astronomical.
And the fact that thousands of them had gone through in such a short period that Ruby saw their tracks in the mud, incredible. And none of them coming back out again. All of these footsteps going down into one cave system with one entryway through, with not a sign of anybody besides a single feather. Everybody coming through and only the bones at the end of that tunnel. And now you make it here. And now you start to put things together. That this was the intended exit point for people who were being smuggled out of Gorazon. That was the purpose of the tunnel. Was to help people to get out of North Korea, essentially. Where they wouldn't be spotted because they were underground far enough away from the fairy godmother's magic. Somebody's idea was, if we get far enough away from the source of the magic, then even if it is an illusion, no one's going to fucking notice. So that was the whole purpose of digging that tunnel. And this was the closest thing that they found to an escape, to getting out of that tunnel and into the real world again. But you don't see many tracks here at all. You see that there are tracks leading away from this watery, like, hot spring. And you see that there's probably been about 30 people in the last, like, I don't know, 24 hours, but based on the tracks in the mud. But they all seem to be going in the same direction, and all together. You're not quite sure what this place is, and you couldn't be certain exactly what the actual
Why
thing
is
of
there
it
so
is.
many femurs?
But what you are very aware of is that these people have been taken somewhere, and it seems like in some kind of organized march.
I don't know.
They most likely were not welcome here.
I know. Trouble, trouble.
Wow.
The next question is, what are you going to do about it? Because there's nobody here right now. Not that you can tell.
Not at the moment.
Can I?
But there
Take
was
another-
people. Some people got marched off.
Can I
There's
take a big old...
certainly a lot of dead people or people missing legs, because there's a lot of legs in that cave and a lot of hips and bones and ribs, and something's eating it, so backwards isn't fun, forwards is confusing.
Can I take a big old sniff to see if there's anything that's living still? Or here?
Anything
As dog.
living here? Yeah.
Anything fresh and living?
Give me like living creatures. Okay. Yeah. Give me a what do you call it? Give me a perception check with advantage. Got the word perception.
Not again! That's the same one, I'm sure.
An 11.
I'm cursed. I'm cursed. Cursed.
You can smell
I don't
pretty well
know.
the people next to you.
Is there a way I could help that?
You could give me a tissue to blow my nose. 'cause apparently I have big one.
without being able to communicate with the dog, you wouldn't know what the dog was sniffing for.
Can Ferdinand communicate?
Yeah.
Can a dog talk to
I mean,
a frog?
Well, a dog.
And then a
So
frog
your
talk to me?
the problem is that your frog doesn't like speak Sylvan, so to speak,
Yeah.
or Druidic.
My frog speaks frog, but can a dog
Yeah.
speak frog?
Isabel would probably need to cast a spell to be able to do that, or just exit wild shape.
Or be a frog?
I'm just going to exit because I don't need my nose now because apparently it's useless.
Huh.
Well, I don't smell anything, guys. I think Basset Hound is the worst transformation somehow. Woof.
Is Ruby... Ruby wants to try and detect presence of the friend, her patron.
Okay.
Since friends spoke
Mm.
during that combat, and that's a bit more unusual. That's not happened for a long time. And that was
Mhm.
friend. That was patron friend. That was not the Chichu friend,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed. So she'd like to try and do that.
You could give me a religion check.
Thank you. Anyone is welcome to help.
I don't know.
I will help.
You are a
I-
crocodile. You are a
I
crocodile.
will not help.
Never mind.
How are you going to help as a crocodile? If you can give me any decent roleplay of how a crocodile can be religious, then give it to me now.
You should make some snap guidance.
I'm full on imagining a crocodile in like a post.
You're not getting another inspiration point here,
That's a
Isabel.
donation.
Darn it.
I'll just do a flat roll, it's fine.
Okay. 18. But still a flat 18 with only a +0. That's very good.
You don't need my help anyway. I'm just gonna be a crocodile over here.
I'm just
It's-
very patron focused.
You get two things for this. You'll get why there is no feeling of you'll get the fact that there is no feeling of the friend here, that no matter how you try to reach out to the friend, that there is no response. That you will get for the 18, but you will also get the idea of why they were so close to you in that fight. Was that was Gorizont. That was the friend's whole deal. They wanted that whole place to get dragged to hell because then their domain would grow exponentially, and they would get their power back to be a deity of the underworld. That's why they were so strong there, was because they had so much of their focus there. The rest of the time it's been in your dreams because Zachichu, at her origin, was the goddess of dreams, and so she just innately has that sort of like backhand kind of a thing, you know. It's like an innate ability to just be able to walk through dreams without even really consciously knowing why. Because she's lost that part of herself. She doesn't know why, but she can. So she does. But the fact of being there in Gorizont is a simple one. She wanted that place to get dragged to hell so that she could take all of those souls for her own power.
Oopsie.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
We done did
This is why you're trying to redeem her. This is why you're trying to bring her back to her goddesshood. Because by
Yeah.
doing
See,
that,
I'm not
you're
sure
going to
Ruby
stop
wants
her
to-
being a...
Yeah,
an
see, I
asshole.
don't think Ruby wants to reveal that knowledge because she's like, well, Victor was always a bit sus about my patron, and this really would not, indebt her to the people around me.
Well,
after we've
to
had
be
a
fair,
lovely
all of that
experience
information you've already been given piecemeal throughout the whole thing by me.
with
So
you. I know,
all of,
I know.
so
I know.
it
I know.
would have just been someone putting two and two together. All I'm doing
Yeah,
is just
it's-
reminding you of things you've already heard.
Oh, no, I know. It's more that
Yeah.
Ruby doesn't want to necessarily admit
I
how
know.
hasty her choice was initially.
Yeah.
And how it's ended up all right. But now and again she's like, oh yeah, I did.
You made a
send
friend of the
creepy to their
BBEG.
death."
You made a friend of the
Yeah, I know.
first BBEG. Yeah.
I sent a lot of people, innocent people, to their deaths. And Ruby's like,
Yes.
shit.
Well,
I'm going to
Yes,
I'm going to
you
park
did.
that.
No.
I'm going to compartmentalize that over there. This.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, friends fine.
These things
I don't
do
need to think about
happen.
that. Let's package it. I don't need to deal with
I
that.
think that
Fuck
I think
Put all
that
the trauma.
so this is partly why I have laid out this story arc of you guys being, this is just a peek behind the screen. This is why I've laid out this story arc of you guys trying to find these old gods and bringing them back to redemption. Because I think that all of you in your own ways have found things during the campaign that you regret that you did, or that you regret like not doing, that you should have acted when you didn't, or you did act when you shouldn't. Or that maybe there are unfulfilled goals that you had in mind when you set out on this adventure, this journey, that you still haven't managed to do yet. And I think for Ruby, the biggest thing is I made friends with a very evil presence that I really didn't fully understand. And as part of redeeming her, you are at the same time redeeming yourself. And so bringing back this amazing power of bringing people's dreams and goals and future achievements to life is bringing such a positive change to the world that you are feeling, I guess, that the balance of karma has made itself, you know? That, like, the universe is back at an even balance when that happens. But that's why you're trying to do it. That's why you're trying to sort of help this along, is so that Zachichu can be that for everybody again. And so that the friend is no longer this creature of the darkness trying to suck everyone down to hell, and is now, in actual fact, a being of good and of purpose and of trying to give people what they deserve, but in the best ways. At the moment, she gives people what they deserve in the worst ways.
Yeah.
I
and,
like.
and our friend nobody is down there. Like that happened. It's not
Nobody
nice.
is down there, yeah, and so is the Cardinal.
Nobody is down there.
The Cardinal's
fuck
down
him.
there, and you remember one of you, I think it was Mars, Aldrin, remembered seeing him making a deal with somebody who was also down there, and that hasn't been addressed yet. So there's a lot of things that you've not really fully addressed.
I like to think that my thing that I regret was more generational.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't technically do it, but my ancestors did, and I want to correct that.
Well, I think that this is as good a place to end this session as any. We've gone 2 hours. You what? Go on.
How dare you?
Don't
What?
forget in America it's still
You
daytime,
always,
so they're
you
like
always
thinking it's
want
early
me to
finish.
continue. You always want me to continue, Tats.
Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock, man.
I'm not here to get you to
It's
a point of
9 p.m.
satisfaction, Ash. I'm here to make sure that it's a cliffhanger that makes you want to come back next week. That's my point. I'm not here to make sure that you get all of your questions answered today. I'm here to give you more questions to be answered for tomorrow. That's my job. All right. All right. You fucking
All
you
right,
me.
Governor.
That's just having a good time.
Yeah.
I always want to come back for more. D&D is like.
And
oh,
I
my
am,
God, it keeps
and
me
I'm
young.
sick of you having a good time. I want you to be scared for
Yeah.
once.
No.
Yeah.
Remember the last campaign that we had, Ash?
I'm scared too. so
Remember the last
give me
campaign we
the
had where I made you cry on multiple occasions because I'm
Yeah,
because
don't
I'm
you fucking do it again.
evil and I
That's
make you
something to be proud of.
I make you get emotionally attached to people and then feel sad about them dying. Yes.
That's as Mark
Yeah,
a
he
good
does.
storyteller. A good storyteller
That's
makes
just
you feel
life,
things.
man.
The last
That's
the last
fine.
campaign was a good one. I liked the last campaign. There was this whole story arc with a being that didn't fully understand what it was, but was being exploited for its power, and it was
now
turning
you
everybody in
have
the forest
cheese.
it was turning everybody into the forest into a fairy tale so that it could live the stories that it was being told, because it was
And now you
essentially like
have
a
fuck
child
ton
god.
of cheese.
And everybody in the party had, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, unresolved parent issue. And one of the things that happened was that there was a wish event, and it was like this Christmas thing, where it was, if you've ever watched the YouTube channel Drawfee, which is like, you know, your morning Drawfee,
yeah.
like your morning coffee, your morning Drawfee. They're an art channel, anyway. They have this whole, like, lore of Porpho and Porphmus, and that basically every Christmas time you celebrate Porphmus, where you give your friends and family a gift, and they have to fully consume that gift before the end of Porthmas, or Portho will come and consume you, and you will be lost to eternity.
We had
Um,
Porthmas in the last campaign.
You had
Yep, we
Porthmas,
did.
and that was
That's
a
the one.
part of the
That's the
same
one he was
thing.
talking about.
That's exactly the thing I
Yes.
was telling you about. Because Ash and Briar and Isabel, in their other forms, their other characters, were in my last campaign, and you had to live through Porthmas. And I didn't tell you what the gifts were for, because I made sure that the NPC was forgetful enough that they were like, I remember that you've got to give each other gifts, but I don't remember what happens with them. And so then you all had to make each other gifts and message them to me privately. And then I disseminated them out to each of you in the session. And then was like, so now you've got to eat it. And
I
then
felt
she
so
was
bad
like,
about that
oh,
person trying to
here,
now I
here,
remember.
sweater.
Yes. The
Someone had
she
a
was,
science kit or something.
she was an otter in a wheelchair. And she had a very thick Russian accent. Now I remember. You must eat this. It was very funny.
And we were all like,
Mm.
what?
But
One person had a cake. One person had a cake.
that was one thing, and we all had, you know, like a wish that you could make into it, and everybody like wished for different things, and it couldn't be something that benefited you. It had to be something that benefited somebody else, and it had to remain anonymous even after the wish was granted. If that person then found out who had made the wish, then the wish would be revoked and you would lose all of that power. And that
Yeah, I
was
regret
a
that
big
wish.
thing. And yeah, it was Shen's wish for somebody else to get flight. But we also, as part of that whole thing, people also wished that their parents were there and that they could talk to their parents. And we had this whole thing where everyone's parents came to talk to them, and everyone got to actually have these heartfelt moments. But Tats's mum was what she thought was an asshole, but was in actual fact just a
Bro,
real
it was-
badass fucking rogue. And your dad had showed up, and your dad was a complete twat. Who coincidentally, Ruby, he was a Tabaxi tiger who wore a silken robe. And he was being a prick and was just like, well, I'm going to leave because I'm rich and I don't need to be here. And was walking off from this village away from Tats's character. And then the mom, who, Tats's character's mom, who absolutely hated him and had never managed to get a chance to kill him because he was so rich, took the opportunity and put her blade through his throat. And then he just fell and died. And
Whoopsie.
and then Tats's character was talking to her, and her response was just to slowly blink at her. And Tats picked up on that immediately because cats do the slow blink when they like you. And so instead of it being an intimidating thing, which it was supposed to be on the surface, Tats correctly said, I love you too. And then the mom basically became her mentor. And it was all very emotional. And everybody got to finally see their parents and stuff. And that was the last campaign. That was me still a fledgling DM, because I started that campaign like a month after I started my first campaign, and both of them ran simultaneously for a year. So this is only my third campaign, and this has only been 2 years of me being a DM, so you know.
And you've been my DM the entire time.
And I have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had an idea, actually, is-
Cryptic critters, man. Cryptic
Oh, I
critters
did
are
critters.
fun.
Yeah, I did critters. That's true. Yeah.
Critters were fun as fuck. Like, you could always
Yeah.
revisit that. People wouldn't be mad, you know.
Yeah.
People will come back.
Yeah. Well, there's still the option for people to come in as guest characters in the future, and they will,
Yeah.
I'm sure. And I've got some things lined up that when you get to those points in the story, you will get those guest characters coming in. I've already got one thought out for Twisted and for
Nice.
Giddy. And
Yeah.
hopefully we might be able to get Roman in at some point. We're definitely getting
Mhm.
David back.
And Lucy.
And I need to get some more people as well. Like, yes, Lucy. He needs to get his ass in here. And yeah, I'm trying my best to make it interesting for you guys. Well, that's it, I think, for this session. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hey man, I just make this stuff. I I do my best to make it interesting. I don't
Here
know if
for
it. I don't know if it ever
Mhm.
hits the mark, but I think that it was. I think that it was a
Yes, it
good
did.
session, as far
Always.
as I could tell. You had a big cave in. We did some theater of the mind where you're walking
We
through the cave
Fuck
system.
some shit up.
You had to go through a labyrinth and managed to find your way through it pretty easily, I would say.
Dragged their asses.
You got terrified by the bones, though. Oh, that was something. Weird shaped
just
rocks,
get
though. Hey,
dragged.
Ruby. Weird shaped rocks. I have
Don't
one
start
final
laughing.
request. I have one final request before we finish the session and end the stream. Ruby, could you give me a quick acrobatics check?
Yeah, do it.
Because we were in combat, I didn't do one in case you genuinely took it seriously.
19 is a very good... Oh my god. Okay, so Isabel and Ruby basically do like some sick, like professional level, what's the word, cheerleader shit, where like Isabel like puts the hand
She's on
at
the
the
strength.
like Ruby's back and pushes Ruby into the air, so Ruby does a sick like triple backflip. And the two of you just fucking own that shit together. Amazing.
That needs to be
Yeah,
drawn.
All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Remember to be good to yourselves, and if you can't do that, then at least have fun. I will see you all next week. Love you all very much.
Love you
Bye.
guys.
Goodbye.